From combustible water? Yeah, that doesn't sound good. 2 new yokais? Not really. And being competitive or salty, whichever you prefer. Hello, Magi here, and welcome back to another episode of Interesting Touhou Facts, the series where I talk about facts from Touhou that I find either fun, unusual, or simply interesting. So without further ado, let's begin the Interesting Touhou Facts number 84. Number 5. So there are many yokais in Kinsokyo, I'm sure you're wary, from different kinds of species to different power levels. Very diverse, although this yokai was something I wasn't expecting at all. So in Forbidden Scrollery chapter 44, the village is experiencing strong winds. They later learn that a storm is approaching. Marissa is chilling at Reimu's place till the storm passes by. As they're talking, the discussion switches to the storm or typhoon. Marissa tries to quiz Reimu on what this storm is called. Reimu goes with typhoon and Marissa replies with super typhoons. I like that. But Reimu goes with a curveball and asks what a typhoon really is. At first I was like, is there another scientific name for it? Marissa was about to answer, but Reimu finishes. It's a super yokai dredging up the wickedness of summer from the southern seas. A foreign yokai. Reimu says even the outside world has yokais, so powerful that we can't even dream of standing up to them. I hate to burst your bubble there, Reimu. I really do, but typhoons aren't yokais, especially foreign ones. I can't really diss Reimu much as the information in Kinsokyo is clearly lacking behind our world. Given the amount of crazy magical shit that there is there, I can't fault her for thinking typhoons are yokais. And she is right on one aspect. Typhoons or natural disaster isn't something we really can't stand against. It's just shit we got to deal with one way or another. But yeah, fun little tidbit. When it's a typhoon, it could be a yokai. Or not. That works too. Number 4. In Touhou, when you think of shrines, there are 2 things you may think of. Reimu and Sanae, or the Hakure or Moriya Shrine. Pretty important in Kinsokyo, each having their own unique roles in the land. And not surprising, the 2 do compete with one another when it comes to faith or business. Not only that, Reimu is one competitive motherfucker. Or she wants money. That works too. Anyway, in chapter 43 in Wild, we learned that the Moriya Ropeway, something they talked about in the past, is hosting an event to see the first sunrise of the year, which will net them some business. Not wanting to lose out on her customers, Reimu gets into gear and wanted to cause a little accident to the ropeway. Just for New Year's though, because that's the important part. Later on, Sanae comes to the Hakure Shrine and taunts Reimu and crew. Just a bit. Not only that, she asked Reimu if she can sell fortune slips at the Moriya Shrine since they don't have all the manpower. I'm not gonna lie, Sanae is carrying some big balls, I'm just saying. So with that in mind, Reimu, Marissa, and Casey spent the following days coming up with strategies to surpass what the Moriya Shrine was offering. Ropeway, scenic view, and sunrise countermeasure. They eventually got a Ferris wheel, animal attractions, and a ropeway to the roof of the shrine. I know it's Kinsokyo with magic and shit, but how the fuck did Reimu and crew make a Ferris wheel? I don't even have an idea on how to start that shit, and somehow these 3 motherfuckers knew it. Fuck me sideways. Anyway, to no one's surprise, it was a complete failure. Rip the Ferris wheel, but all in all, when you start taunting Reimu and crew, but mostly Reimu, she'll start to work very hard. And she'll still fail. Not a very good lesson, is it? Number 3. So in the past, I talked about Antennemi and how they included some cool stuff like the partner intros. A feature I really liked. I would have preferred if the game was fucking completed when it first launched, but hey, intro poses are cool, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to be showcasing some new ones. You might be asking, what the fuck? New ones? I know, right? Well, Antennemi got a patch, version 1.10C. As of this recording. It also fixes story mode when it comes to length, so that's good. Anyway, let's showcase the 2 new intro poses. So I have to admit, it is nice to see these duos get their intro poses. Mamizo and Moku's felt like a cartoon, which I really digged. Plus, it was nice to see Reimu and Yukari teaming in their pose, as I was wondering why they didn't have one, considering their route was important, more so than Reimu and Keizen's route in my opinion. Sadly, there's no Tenshi and Shimemaru one. I would have loved to see those two interact, but maybe in another patch, who knows. Number 2. When it comes to characters, there are way too many to remember. I'm not even going to pretend I know every single motherfucker in the series. It's tough enough with the Windows characters. Don't even get me started with the PC-98 crews. But yeah, a shit ton of gals. The main point is that sometimes they have characters who have almost no appearance and somehow get revived. Sorta. Okay, barely, but there's not much I can do here. In Wilds Once More, Chapter 21, Keizen visits Romelia's place to talk to her about something. While she's doing so, we get images of some fairy maids. Nothing unusual, trust me. The thing is, you may not have noticed it, but they're important. Okay, not at all, but it's a nice little Easter egg. The thing is, the maids you see in this chapter actually appeared before back in Silent Sinner. They were in fact the same 3 fairy maids who traveled with their mistress plus Reimu and Marissa to the moon during Silent Sinner. Nothing big as the maids didn't have any dialogue, but it was a nice little nod to them. And trust me, I didn't even know who they were until doing my research. It only took them 5 more years to come to another print appearance, but they did it. Better than some characters. RIP Mima. Number 1. So I just mentioned about combustible water, and I'm sure you're getting a red flag of dangerous shit happening. And that's understandable. To know why this is happening, we need to take it back a notch. In Alternative, there's an article Aya had written regarding a discovery. The title of the article is called New Discovery, Kappa Approved Hydrogenous Spring Water, and the maximum danger that lurks within. By the time you've burned yourself, you're already too late. Now, the burning yourself sounds scary, but when I first read this, I was asking what the fuck is hydrogenous spring water? Hydro is in it, so it has to involve water in some sort. Forget my little tangent. This article was talking about water and how it contained an abundance of hydrogen and oxygen, and that the 2 chemicals are connected to the process of combustion. Aya thinks that the spring water is burnable water. There's a story in the past about combustible water and dirt used as tribute to the emperor. With that in mind, she thinks it's the same thing. Not only that, some of the stuff advertised for the water is strange. The 8 effects of the spring water as advertised is prevents aging, makes your skin more radiant, increases your headbutting abilities, makes your stomach healthy, your blood becomes delicious, weight loss, cleanses you of toxins, rehydrates you. Now that sounds good, mind you, but it might be sketchy when the water is gonna burn, meaning those health benefits might not be worth it, especially the blood becoming delicious. I really don't want to know that. So anyway, Aya investigates the water further and learns the truth behind it. There was no chance of being lit on fire by using this water. The story she was thinking about was referring to oil. It does explain the whole stinky water. Water doesn't normally stink, but she does test the water and has multiple subjects trying it. Nothing changed for them when it came to effects, so she's calling shenanigans. So another fun story involving Aya, but this time I won't hammer her too hard. She was mistaken and ignorant of what oil was and the effects of the chemical reactions. And remember, she didn't advertise those 8 effects, it was the kappas. So this time, it's those sneaky ass kappas we should be blasting this time. Fucking hell, Neatery. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Which facts were your favorite? Did you find it funny Reimu thought typhoons were yokais? Foreign ones at that. If you were in Reimu's position when Sane started taunting at how successful her shrine's been going, would you have ripped her a new asshole? Or are you going to give Aya some slack on her paper regarding that water? Like always, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and subscribe, or else the yokai typhoon might be coming my way. Nah, that shit's impossible. Either way, this is Magi, and thanks again for watching.